Hey guys, it's Jackie, Intoxicating Arts, and I got a little sidetracked today, but I have a couple things to share with you. I started making this. I haven't finished it, but this started with just a white piece of cardstock, and I used the Diane Reevely Delusions Black Marble ink spray on it first, and then I used some color washes. I used two different colors of color washes, like that deeper purple and then the plum color. And then I used this stencil, which just came in a set from Walmart, and I used that up here. I also used it in that area and down there. Then I had a stamp that had a very similar design on it, and I used that with some of the same color ink. It was the, let's see, Worn Lipstick Distress ink. And so I did that right there. And I also did it over here. You can just barely see it there. And then I sprayed it with some of my homemade glimmer mist, which it's definitely very glimmery, so I like how that came out. And then for these butterflies, I got this in that recent Blitzy sale, so the other thing I got were a couple of the die sets that they had on sale. So I got the butterfly ones, and I made a bunch of, I cut it a bunch of times, and one of the times that I cut it, I did it using the cardstock that is sticker backed, and so I was left with, the leftover part that you normally throw away, so I just fussy cut around that, and it was a blue color, so I went over it with my silver paint dabber, and then I just put it down on the paper, and I used Twinkling H2Os. I think this color was Snapdragon, and then I went over it with Glossy Accents. This one, I mixed the Snapdragon with some Perfect Pearls, so it's a little bit of a different purple, if you can kind of tell. But I just did the same thing with the leftover part you normally throw away. I used it there. So I'm not done with this. I just kind of bouncing around projects right now. I wanted to do something that was kind of no brain power required type thing, and this was very just, getting inky and stuff like that. Also, you can barely tell, but with the leftover Perfect Pearls mixed with Twinkling H2Os, I flicked it, so you can kind of see that lighter purple dots. That was from me flicking it, and then there's some bigger ones down here also. So I started on that, and then I also started on this, which this is so far just a white piece of paper that I used a polka dot stencil with a white paint dabber, and I also just randomly swiped over some spots because I'm going to be using that as a resist. And then this is a stamp that I had used on another project I showed you, and it's from Stampers Anonymous Slight Alterations, and I just stamped it multiple times using black archival ink. And then this is a Stamper's Best stamp called Voices in My Head, and I just stamped it multiple times using the Color Box Petal Points. They're pigment inks, and then I just cut it out. I'm not done cutting these. I just wanted to kind of get an idea of where I was going to place them. So that's, I just barely started on this one, and I still need to finish this one as well. And I need to work on the Steampunk Debutante project, but I just wasn't in that type of mood today. And then also, I was going to make a tutorial of how to make this flower, but when I tried to make it again, oh my gosh, it did not come out anywhere. I don't know, it just does not look the same to me. Well, first off, the color. I used a lot more color wash on this one, but that's because it wasn't like spraying, and I just kept spraying it and nothing was coming out, which is not the good thing to do, but it was getting built up all around the cap, and the next thing I knew, my hands were totally purple. But anyways, I think I did too much heat on it because it does not look like this one, but I still think it's usable. And I did another one right here. This one, I don't even remember what I did to it, but I know I actually added some glue to it, so it's really different. But yeah, I was going to try to make my first tutorial video, but I cannot duplicate this flower for some reason. I think I might have an idea of how to, but I'll let you know if it happens. So anyways, the other thing I wanted to share with you, I have this paper that I got a really good deal on, so rather than selling it, I would rather include it as a free gift. So any paper order that you place, you will get one sheet of this for free. I have 25 sheets, so once it's, ran out, then I'm out. But it's from Creative Imaginations, and it's called Some Very Old, and it's like a Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme type of sheet. So on the back of it, I really like the back of it. It has like nursery rhyme phrases. So there's stuff about like a queen, Little Bo Peep, Mother Hubbard, Humpty Dumpty, just stuff like that. And so yeah, if you place a paper order, even if it's just for one sheet of paper, you'll get this for free. And then the other thing I wanted to share with you is I just got done placing a ton of Spellbinders stuff on eBay. And if you want to find it, the screen name that I use on eBay is Jackie Max 11. So I'll just I'll post that in the little comment thing in the video so you know how to spell it and everything. But I posted everything either right at my cost or below my cost. I'm just kind of cleaning out some inventory. So the reason I want to share it with you is, first of all, so you know it's there to look for it if you want to. And then also, because when you purchase it, if you put in the notes to the seller, if you just write YouTube, then I will throw in a free gift. So let me just show you the stuff that I have posted for sale so you can know if it's even worth your time for you to go over there, because if you already have everything, then that would be a waste of time to go look. So first of all, Spellbinders, Impressibilities, Flowers. Okay, and then Flourish, and Floral and Stone. So I have all of these posted already. They're going to be up there for 7 days. I don't show that I ship international in there, but I will. If you message me for a specific item and ask me to get you a quote, I will definitely do that. I have no problem shipping international. I just don't know what it would cost. This is the premium craft foils, and you get 12 pieces, so there's 6 different colors, so you get 2 of each color, and they're all 5x7, and the reverse of each one is silver. So there's just an example of what the gold one looks like. I have one of these, owl, they're called Nested Owls, Shapeabilities. Blossom 2. I'm selling this in a set, and I know for a fact that I have this starting bid for this set at $24. I have the Labels 18. I really love this die set. I just think it looks very elegant, and I really like it. This is probably my favorite Spellbinders die set. It's the Donna Salazar Rose Creations die, and you can make so many different types of flowers with it. You don't just make roses. So I just have one of these posted right now. The Donna Salazar Sprightly Sprockets. Positively Me, Juliana Hudgens, Jewel Keys. And then Donna Salazar, Mixed Media Elements. Okay, so I have all of those posted for sale already. They're all ready to go. And I will combine shipping, so if you see multiple ones you want, just ask me. Let me know when you're done shopping, and then I will combine the shipping for you. And then here's just a couple ideas of what you could get as a free gift. I'm just going to show you these like super fast. I don't think I'm really going to have enough time to show you every single one, but I will give you one free gift for each set you purchase. These are garden epoxy stickers. These are Sea Life. I really like these ones. Just like some weather type stickers. Cooking. And I also have some thickers. If you saw something on here you particularly like, just make sure after you put YouTube in the note to seller, just put what if something caught your eye. If I still have it available, then I'll give it to you. And then really quick, I just want to show you some other stuff I have. Also posted, this is a starting bid of $22. And it has the Vintage Groove 2. Really like these nice beads. Tim Holtz numerals, Chit Chat, grunge paper, distress powder in broken china and aged mahogany, distress stain in tattered rose, crackle accents, glossy accents. These are like really small bottles. The label pulls and clock keys. And then in a separate, I have these starting at 99 cents, but I posted them multiple times. And these are the Paper Loft Slug Bug Ledger accessory sheets, and they are over 12 inches long. They're really cool. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. But I will see you later. Bye, guys.